Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a WZ-132-1. It's a tier 10 Chinese light tank. It's located on the north spawn of Malinovka, and it's under the command of the Bassman from Hell of Reborn 2. Yes, he's been waiting for this one for 2 weeks, and as you know, I've been fairly busy, so unfortunately I didn't get it done immediately, but it's now being done. Game on! Well, as you can see, this light tank has the cage around the outside of the turret. It's basically a Type 62 variant. It's an experimental as well. There was no prototypes. It was supposed to be the ideal light tank stroke medium tank, and you can see a lot of tanks on the enemy team are actually trying to gang up on him. There's a Rheinmetall panzer wagon trying to get to the ramp, and he decides to go into the bush, even though there's an EBR-105 on the enemy team, and that guy is fairly close. Oh, we just lost our EBR-105, and it looks like their one, or their panzer wagon, managed to get onto the ramp. But you can see Bassman's now sitting in the bush, and he's passively spotting them. Okay, so the gun, it's a 105mm gun, capable of 390 alpha and 246mm pen with the standard APCR. With the premium heat rounds, it's capable of 280, and he's not carrying any HE rounds at all, but they would do 480 and 53mm of pen. Now it's got a very tough turret thanks to that cage around the outside. Spaced armor mesh, that's what they call it. It should really have an 85mm gun. The gun in the game, the 105mm, is a fake gun. They never actually had that on the Type 62. In fact, the version they've got is the L7, the British L7, which of course the Chinese managed to get the spec on. It's got very good alpha damage, strong turret, plays hull down very well. Also, the tracks, the turret sides, the rear, they do have additional armor, spaced armor, which actually prevents them from getting damaged. You can see the rear there, it's got those extra barrels on the back. And of course there's Schutzens, we would call them Schutzen if they were German, but of course they're not German, but it is spaced armor covering the tracks. Now he's returning the favour by going up to the same spotting area where the EBR was, and now the EBR, not the EBR rather, the panzer wagon was, but he's now spotting them, and there's the panzer wagon wreck right in front of him, as you can see. So he's using that for cover from the spotting hill at F7. If the Death Star was to actually fire from that direction, probably hit the wreck. We've spotted the Gorilla 15 in the distance, and he's spotting the EBR. So, oh, and he just picked up a massive load there, or did he? Well, it appears he has got some spotting in the FV215B183. He's up to 6,216 hit points of spotting assist so far, so it's working. But nobody seems to have a bead on that EBR. There's no Arty in this game, so nobody can dig that guy out. Of course, normally that would be an Arty job. Somebody in a difficult position where your teammates can't get shots on them, so you let an Arty shell go in there and do the job instead. Now it does have a good top speed, 65 kilometers an hour, and it's fairly good to accelerate and has good agility. It's the second largest hit point for a vehicle, a light tank, alongside the T100. What it's bad at doing though is it has very thin hull armor. The hull's only 15mm at the front, 25 at the sides and 20 at the rear. And he is taking a risk by going up here at the bush and then shooting. But he's decided to push ahead all the same. It's a calculated risk, but it's worth playing. And he puts a round into the T-57 Heavy, and he can get down onto this tip here and pop up the other side. Now he's got a better chance of spotting enemy tanks. Oh, he's firing, even though he's in the spotting. He damaged the T-57 Heavy's gun. Kill shot. Yep, got it. Nice kill. Now, Heshbarn up there. Is he looking our way? It looks as if he is, but he just took a huge hit. And we got the kill shot. 1,432 spotting. And then he got a 51 hit point kill. That is a massive, massive score there. And now we can see the Wizzy, oh, it's not the Wizzy, it's a Viz-55. It's the check. Pumps around into his rear for 392, which is a high roll, but he did get spotted, so he needs to be a little more careful. Yep, he's decided to pop back here. Can still spot from here, but that Viz-55 has come back a bit. And he's still taking damage. Nice. Bassman's one of the players who actually supplies his thinking, his ideas on what he was actually doing at the time. It's always nice to see that because, of course, it means you get a good appreciation of his tactical thinking at the time. I know Auroric's actually done that as well. He's actually provided a kind of breakdown of what he was thinking, what he was doing, why he was doing it. And it's so useful if you want to try and replicate exactly what they did when they get great results. Well, he's now trying to outflank the enemy by cutting across the field. Of course, he is in a light tank. He's returning back up to this cap area, and I think what he wants to do and what he needs to do is get spots on the enemy tanks as they're coming down from the hill, and he's spotted one. It's a can opener and an IS-7 is coming up. Not sure if he was the one who got the first spot on them, but he can certainly keep them lit. Oh! Well, that was spotting, and the can opener's just gone down to our Jaegeru, and he got that one, 762, and of course if you're in light tank and you're spotting, he's actually doing damage as well. Brilliant, because he's picking up points even though he's not actually shooting. But he is shooting as well. Okay, no, too close, too much out in the open for him to shoot there, so he's going into cover, and yeah, didn't get that one in. He's loading the heat. Not sure if that one hit. He is getting closer and closer to the enemy. There's only 3 of them left now. Goes for the lower plate. Reload is normally 10.26 seconds. He's got 8.33. Yes, he got that one into the IS-7. It's a high roll. He's getting very close to them. And another one in. And another high roll. He's feeling so confident he's going to go up the side of the hill and shoot at them from the side as and when he can. The IS-7 is playing just the other side of that rise. Our Object 140 is keeping him lit. There's only one other tank left in the game on the enemy team. It's an Object 140. Okay, he's decided to go all in. There they are. Okay, takes out the IS-7 first, and the 140 goes down. And that's the game. They've done it. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for the Bassman from Hell in the WZ-132-1, the tier 10 Chinese light tank. He managed to get a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6 in that one. He got the Brothers in Arms because he had at least 3 kills, and so did his platoon mate in this game. as well as a patrol duty for being the only one spotting 6 enemy tanks whilst they were being damaged. His win rate was 6,728, which is super unicum and a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in this one because that went to our Heshbarn. He got 4,965 hit points. Some of that spotting that went to Bassman. And the second highest in the game turned out to be the Object 140 on the enemy team, 4,540 hit points. And in third place, it turns out to be the Object 140 on his own team, who got a Confederate and 3,970 hit points of damage. You can see Bassman picked up 3,249 hit points of damage. He was beaten by only three members of the enemy team, 3 members of his own team, which puts him 7th when it comes to damage. When it came to kills, though, he shares the top spot because the Object 140, his platoon, it's not his platoon mate, the AMX-50B was his platoon mate. He got the Brothers in Arms, and so did the Bassman, all got 3 kills. Only 2 kills goes to the Object 140 and the Viz-55 on the enemy team, and also 2 kills to the Heshbarn and Jaeger on our own team. When it came to base XP, it's the Bassman. He did so much spotting in that game, as well as actual damage. 1,453 base experience points goes to him. 1,125 went to the Object 140, and 980 went to the IS-7 on his team. He fired 15 rounds, got 11 direct hits and 10 penetrations. 3,249 hit points of damage, of which 2,409 were at more than 300 meters. So there were some close range shots, but most of them at long range. 8 enemy vehicles were spotted, 4 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, and 10,550 spotting assists in that game. So yes, only 1 tank out from getting a scout medal as well, in which case he would have got the Holy Trinity on an ace tanker. Yes, if only he had 1 more spot, he would have done that. But 10,550 is a very good spotting game. On a premium count, he actually made 33,483 credits profit from that game, even though he did fire some premium rounds. And he also got 7 bonds for this being tier 10. And 15,259 experience points, including 13,080 for a mission completion reward. So I finally got it done for you, Bassman. I'm sorry it took so long, but I'm sure you understand and I know you appreciate it. And now it's over to you for your summary on what you thought during that game, so we can understand your thinking and exactly what happened and the way it did. I'm sorry I've left it too late. Normally, I put these replays up only a day or so after you've done them, and it's very easy for you to remember exactly what you did. But this one, I know it's a couple of weeks late, but I'm sure you do remember exactly what happened. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.